Okay, I just wanted to show a quick thing about additive, multiplicative. Additive relationship means I'm going to be adding to get to x to y. So if I have a table, I'm adding to the x's to get to the y's. So for example, in this case, I am adding 3 each time. So therefore, it is additive. So my equation there would be y equals x plus 3. Now if it's multiplicative, I'm multiplying each time. So in this case, I'm multiplying by 3 each time. So it's multiplicative. So my equation would be y equals 3x, meaning that x comes from this x value. The y is the y value. Now, one other very important thing is if I put 0 in this table, then what's going to happen? Well, in this one, if I add 3, I'm going to get 3. In this one, if I multiply by 3, I'm going to get 0. So that's going to give me the coordinates 0, 3 here, and 0, 0 here. No matter what I'm multiplying by, if it's multiplicative, it's going to end up going through the origin. If it's additive, it's not going to go through the origin. It's going to go through the y-axis by whatever you're adding to by. Okay, and we actually have that special terms for these different things. This right here is that where you're adding by is called a y-intercept because that's where it hits the y-axis. And then this, when it's just multiplying and you're not adding anything to it, that's actually called the constant of proportionality. So those are just quick things. So I want to just practice real quick deciding is it additive or multiplicative. Okay, so I can actually look at these and tell if they're additive or multiplicative by what? By the fact of, do they go through the origin or not? So we're going to just kind of shade in all the ones that are additive, green, and the ones that are multiplicative, red. So looking at this right here, does it go through the origin? No. So what's that mean? It means it is additive. What other ones do you see that don't go through the origin? Here's a couple right here that are additive. What about these other top two? This one hits the origin right there, so that's multiplicative, multiplicative. Okay, pause it. Try and figure out what ones you think are additive and multiplicative, then unpause and let's check. Okay, I hope you got those right. That's just an easy way, real quick, to tell is it additive or multiplicative. Okay, I want to just look at these and let's see, are they additive, are they multiplicative, and let's write an equation. We're just going to go through this quickly. Okay, let's see, if I think I'm adding, I'd be adding 12. But 4 plus 12 is 32. So am I multiplying? 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 8 is 32. Yes, so I am multiplying by 8. So I'm multiplying my x by 8 to get to my y. So my equation is going to be y equals 8x. Okay, and that 8x means 8 times x. Okay, what about b? b is times 2, right? Yeah, that's times 2. And then times 2. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work, does it? No, you have to be careful because it's so easy to do. What about adding? Yes, I'm adding 4 each time. So that means it's an additive, and it's going to be y equals x plus 4. Not 4 plus x. We are going to put it in the form of x plus 4. Okay, that's the standard form when we're doing linear equations, and that's what this is because they're making lines. Okay, so C, we're going to look at that. 3 to 2, 6 to 5. Well, what do you notice we're doing? We're subtracting 1 each time. So that means my equation is going to be y equals x minus 1. So does that mean it's additive? I'm not adding. Yes, because I am adding. I'm adding a negative 1. So an additive graph can be adding or subtracting. So this one is additive. Okay, this next one, let's look at this next one. We have 5 to 2.5, 10 to 5, 15 to 7.5. What am I doing? I'm actually dividing by 2. And if you weren't sure, you could actually like plug it in to see what you were doing. Now, I can actually say this in 2 ways. So this is a multiplicative graph. Now let me tell you why. Because if I'm dividing by 2, what's division the same thing as? I hope you're telling me it's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So couldn't I say y equals 1/2 x? Because the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. I could also say y equals x divided by 2. But y equals 1/2 x is the same thing. So it's still multiplicative no matter which way I write it. Okay, one more thing I want to talk about is, what if I don't know? Like, okay, I realize I'm multiplying here because it's not adding. Because this would be adding 7 and 5/10, and this is adding 15. That's not working. So I don't know what I'm multiplying by. How could you figure that out? Divide. So I would divide 12.5 divided by 5, or 12 and 5/10 divided by 5. And if you want to do that on the calculator, go for it. That's fine with me. And then I would say, oh, that's 2 and 5/10. So I'm multiplying by 2 and 5/10 here. Hey, same thing here. So then I could say, I know what my equation is. My equation is y equals 2 and 5/10 x. All right, I hope all this helped. Bye.